going up against the Colts. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And they'll be led out by their quarterback. 3 times a Pro Bowler in his 5 years, it's Andrew Luck.
When you watch Andrew Luck play at Stanford, all you thought to yourself the entire time was, this guy's going to be a big-time NFL quarterback. And that's exactly what he's turned out to be. He has everything that you're looking for in a quarterback, including that elusive leadership trait that makes people gravitate to him and want to play well around him.
And this offense sometimes is predicated on the ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
And he wants to be a guy with limitless carries. Frank Gore gets better and better with each carry, really batters defenses with his inside running.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Play fake to Gore. It's Locke. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up.
And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost them 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got Rodgers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To the air again, Luck. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. James Harrison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Pat McAfee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We get a glance at the Colts defense as they work their way back on the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now and hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. Play clock winding down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a 1st down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep. And that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On 1st down, it's Gore. Gore hit. He lost the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful.
After review the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the call stands. Now they're out of challenges. What do you think about that? Do you wish that they had an unlimited amount?
No, I don't, because if they have unlimited challenges...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing is locked. Allen's got it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Gore back there is the lone setback. They'll get the football here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This will be taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see when they come.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So they cannot get into the end zone to add the extra pair of points. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. We always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Luck now to throw. They find some open field here. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Now it's Luck. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 4th down.
Partner, a lot of people think the tight end's a safety valve position. But I think in situations like this, he's often a primary receiver, and they missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, missed an opportunity indeed to pick up the first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exact.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10, Luck. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Gore back there is the lone setback. Play fake to Gore. It's Luck. He's got time in the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's got room. Picked off by... Look at the big man rumble. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And the Colts coming out now. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Taking it about the 16. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
It's a pickup of 14 there, and that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
It's not always as trite as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Another carry now for Gore. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. After the penalty, the offense now dealing with a 3rd and 19. So with this far to go, maybe they try something safe underneath. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here's Roethlisberger, and he's got his man on the out route. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Roethlisberger on first down, and he will find his man on the outside. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Tackle made there by Mike Adams, a strong safety.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now it brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to by the end.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a first down throw, Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. 10 yards still left on second down. On the draw, Luck gives to Gore. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to sling this deep. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 35 that time. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up